Young Justice is back, y'all. Young Justice is back. What is up, DC fans, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys followed me through my Titans reviews, welcome back to the channel. If you're just a normal subscriber, I hope you are enjoying Young Justice. If you haven't been able to see it yet and you're waiting on Netflix, well, when it comes on Netflix, come back here and check out these reviews. And just a tiny explanation, because the way they are releasing it is a tad bit confusing. So what they are doing is they are releasing 3 episodes a week for the next few weeks. Then they are taking a hiatus, and I believe they are waiting for either the summer or the spring to release the second batch of episodes. So for the next few Fridays, here's how I'm gonna do it. I will first of all release this a bit earlier in the day because I had to work today, so this video is coming out later than I wanted it to. And second of all, this will be full spoilers for episodes 1 through 3 next week, 3 through 6 the week after that, so on and so forth. And I will continue to do that, and then of course at the end of the season, I will recap and give you my score. But today we are talking episodes 1 through 3, and the episodes are Prince's All, Royal We, and Imminent Threat. In episode 1, it's a continuation of the second season, and the team faces the difficulty of metahuman trafficking and a new intergalactic threat. As I said before, I'm doing it just like I did Titans, so we're going to kind of go through the episodes. I'm going to tell you guys what I liked, what I didn't like, what I'm excited for later on in the season, and just kind of pour my excitement out because, once again, I am so excited this show is back. I loved the first 2 seasons. I told everyone I could, guys, find it wherever it may be on the internet and watch Young Justice. Download the DC Universe streaming app. Do whatever you have to do because this new season is just such an exciting day for fans who were fans of this series, who love DC Comics, who love superheroes in general, because this is one of the better animated shows I have seen in a long, long time. And the beauty of Young Justice is that it doesn't just appeal to kids. I hate when people say, oh, that's a kid's show, I'm not gonna watch that. It's just like somebody saying, well, Into the Spider-Verse is an animated movie, so clearly, it's for children. No, I'm here to tell you, if you're on the fence about watching this, first of all, what are you doing here? We're talking spoilers. Second of all, us as fans, we have enjoyed this series because it does not just appeal to kids. It appeals to kids, adults, teenagers, and superhero lovers alike. And that is what is so good about Young Justice. And Season 3 picks up literally right where we left off. An interesting thing about this is the opening of this season actually picks up a day before that final scene in Season 2, the big intergalactic meeting between the villains. But we don't even really deal with that. What this season is focusing on, as I read in the summary, is that this is all about metahuman trafficking. It's a tragic real-life event that happens with actual people, but they're kind of weaving it into this world, and instead of connecting it to actual events, they're connecting it to the world of superheroes, and people are creating these metahumans, unlocking the metahuman gene, and it's something that the Young Justice Squad and even the Justice League are fighting, and once they start discovering things in episode 1, it really starts to get intense. One thing I like about this season in particular is that we are on the DC app now. We're no longer on Cartoon Network, and thank you, Cartoon Network, for giving us seasons 1 and 2 and then canceling it. And this show was dark before, but it has never been on this level of darkness. We have blood, we have gore, we have death, we are dealing with issues. Now, we've dealt with these issues before, and we really haven't dove in as deep into the darkness as I thought we would, but we're only through episode 3, and I have a strange feeling the deaths and the blood, all of that stuff is coming, and it's going to continue to increase because while we've seen death before, especially to some of our favorite characters in Season 2, we've never seen this level of, oh, that person's face is melted. Cool. You guys are probably waiting on me to hit on it. Batman and a few other heroes actually quit the Justice League at the beginning of episode 1 just because of everything going on, the relations between the world and the League. They're getting hasty, and some people are wanting to separate, other people are not. Those relationships get really cloudy, and who other to quit than Batman? Who other to lead this kind of revolution in a way, kind of setting it up at the beginning of this meeting? Hey, I'm gonna quit, you guys are gonna quit, and they're all following Batman and Green Arrow out of there, and that was really a tense moment. Certain characters, oh, and I didn't even mention it, Aqualad is now Aquaman. Certain characters don't like that. Our team was very confused. They're like, whoa, why is Batman leaving? Why is Green Arrow leaving? I thought it was a brilliant thing to do, a brilliant conflict to start this episode out with, to start the season out with, really, and that's not the only thing going on. One of my minor complaints about the first 3 episodes of this season is that there is just a lot going on. Whether it's the political stuff, the metahuman trafficking, the stuff going on with the Prince, the stuff going on with Black Lightning, there are just a lot of things that they have to balance. Now, I do believe they're going to continue to make it cohesive, or as cohesive as you possibly can, and bring all of these storylines together. Just the first 3 episodes, minor complaint, but it's an animated show, and a lot of the times these animated shows, they have a lot going on regardless. That's how Justice League was, Justice League Unlimited, 2 of my favorite shows of all time. Yeah, and I mentioned Black Lightning. His storyline has played a very integral part of the first 3 episodes. He is fantastic in the show. The emotion that he has towards what happens to that character at the beginning, believing that he truly helped, or at least had a part in, killing a child. It made him think. It made him go in and quit on his own, not being a part of Batman's group. It's just a really emotional storyline. It's something that I think could be the heart of this season, or at least the beginning. But I will admit, I was kind of confused. I'm like, okay, I saw that Batman quit, and I saw that Green Arrow quit. Who else quit? Because I couldn't really catch the holograms, and I didn't think to pause it and rewind it. But then at the beginning of episode 2, we see the conversations happening. We see exactly who quit the Justice League, and I'm like, okay, that was a really good way to do it. We also start with a lot of political talk, and I never imagined that I would enjoy, to this level, the political aspects of Young Justice, just the conversations between people on Earth, and then shifting focus to the ambassadors of Themyscira and Atlantis. I found all of that very interesting. It's like what certain Star Wars movies can't do right. They can't nail the political stuff. That's what Young Justice did, and I think they did it well. So far, so good on that level, and you kind of get to see what Lex Luthor is doing behind the scenes on the surface. That's definitely going to come back and play because it's Lex Luthor. It always comes back to play. And then we go into Nightwing's mission, what he is focusing on with the metahuman trafficking. It's he, Connor, Artemis, and Black Lightning. They're trying to do things on the down low, trying not to get caught. But their story turns out to be way more interesting than I anticipated. We started out showing storylines, and I'm like, okay, what's the point of this? This seems very out of left field. It doesn't feel cohesive with the rest of the story that we're telling. But then it slowly starts to tie together. We explore the Prince a little bit, all of these out of left field story points and characters. I'm like, okay, where is this going? But then they all come together at the end of episode 3, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, this is very interesting. I can't wait to see where this goes in episode 4. We get the fall of the Prince, how he gets kicked out of his country. Some royal family members getting kicked out of their own homes. This is intense. This is like Black Panther and Aquaman stuff right here, but all of this is going on in the world of Young Justice, and it definitely plays a role because of the entire metahuman backstory. I really, really enjoyed what they did there. Yes, it's a lot. There are so many plot points and story points that we are having to balance right now, but we are just getting back into this world, and I know that they are setting up for a very interesting sequence of events to happen, especially in the next few episodes. And all of that being said, so far, in my opinion, so good. Young Justice is off to a hot start. We've set up some interesting characters, some interesting plot points. I want to know where certain characters are. We got a little bit of Beast Boy. We got some of these obscure characters that haven't really been focused on in the Young Justice universe, but there are other characters who are like not here, and I'm like, I want to see him. I want to see him. But keep in mind, we are dealing with the entire DC universe here, an array of characters, so the fact that they're not focusing on the ones that maybe I want them to focus on, that's fine. We will get there eventually. I hope this thing continues on season after season, but first, we have to get through Outsiders. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have you enjoyed the first 3 episodes of Young Justice Outsiders? Are you looking forward to what is coming next? Are you looking forward to what is coming to the DC streaming universe? We have Swamp Thing, we have a Harley Quinn show, we have more Titans, we have so many great things. If you are a lover of superheroes, DC Comics, etc., I truly think these shows are worth a try, but if you're going to start somewhere, I would recommend Young Justice because this show is just awesome. It's full of so many different characters. I might be looking forward more to episode 4 than I was episode 1 because at least now we know where they're going. Now we kind of know the direction. This entire story with metahuman trafficking, I find that so interesting. I find it a different route than I anticipated them going, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do next. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is your space to talk about Young Justice. Are you liking the direction so far? Do you like the characters? Is it cool to see everyone back on screen? screen. As always, leave your recommendations down below if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, whether it's a Netflix movie, a DC Universe thing, or anything, I will do it. And later on this weekend, I'm talking Golden Globes. I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions, and then after it's over, I will be releasing a video talking about the winners. You guys are the absolute best, and I'll see you next Friday.